Thank you. Thank you. Nice to meet you guys.
So what's it mean just rejoining forces with Drew Petzing?
Yeah, it's exciting. Obviously, great relationship with him in Israel. And actually, JG played with JG back in Indy. So excited to get back with these guys and looking forward to it.
What kind of resource do you think you could be for Kyler at this point in his career?
I think I got to figure that out as we go. Obviously he's been a good player in this league for a long time. I've watched him a lot. Obviously with him playing against a lot of teams that we've gone against, and and just here to figure that out myself.
At this point in your career, when you're looking for a new team, what is it that you're looking for?
I would say really who you go to work with every day, and who you lace them up with. Obviously, my relationship with Drew and JG kind of drew me here a lot, and I think if I can go to work with the people that I go to work with every day and enjoy going to work, then the football stuff will take care of itself.
Jacoby, what do you like most about this offense? You worked, as you mentioned, with Drew as his QB coach in Cleveland, but what do you like about what you've seen from his offense here in Arizona?
Just the ways he's kept the core of this offense together when it was back in Cleveland. Being able to do a lot of things from multiple formations and personnel groups and things like that. And when we were in Cleveland, we always used to go back and talk about what he would do in certain situations and things like that. So kind of seeing him get his opportunity and actually I've thought he's been doing a good job creating a lot of explosive plays, getting a lot of guys open and things of that nature. And I'm just excited to see it continue to grow.
Can you walk us through your free agent process and kind of when you knew Arizona was going to be a team for you?
Yeah, I think when the legal period opened up, obviously, Israel called me and Drew called me. Drew didn't call me. Iz called me. We were talking about golf because he was talking about something about playing. And then I was like, what are y'all doing over there? And he goes, I can't talk to you about that. And then I was like, well, then the period opened up, and then the Cardinals called me, and I was like, man, I've wanted to be here, be back with Drew and be with Israel. It was kind of fast for me once I knew.
Did they talk to you at all a couple years ago?
Yeah, I think when I was leaving Washington. We've had conversations before.
When you see like the playmakers here, James Conner running back, and then like Marvin Harrison Jr. on the outside, Trey McBride.
Yeah,
she's excited to think about throwing to those guys.
Oh, for sure. I remember we played them last year, man, and I was like, dang, what year is James Conner in? I feel like he went back in time, and he was like, it's impressive to see, what he's done throughout, his career. Look like he's aging backwards, like I said, and obviously the young talent that Marvin is. I remember him coming to a Indy practice when I was there. He was in high school. And I remember all of us was like, man, he should start playing with us right now, or start playing with us now. So obviously excited to get to work with a lot of those guys. And obviously Trey, the career he's had, the year he had last year, was unbelievable. So, I'm excited to get to work with all these guys and see where I fit in.
So last year when the Cardinals had interest, I imagine that was just kind of outweighed by having that opportunity in New England where you could actually, go start some games to start the season. And then this year, this was the best opportunity. Is that kind of how it went?
Yeah, essentially along those lines.
How close are you with Israel Wolfork?
Yeah, I mean, he was with me every day when I was in Cleveland, and obviously me, him, and Drew kind of formed a relationship away from football, and we talk about other things besides football and things of that nature. So it made it very easy for me. It was like I remember when I was on the phone with, I forget who I was on the phone with when we were like doing the negotiation and things like that. He's like, well, you can't talk to Drew or Iz. I was like, well, we're friends. Like we talk anyways. You know what I mean? Like we don't talk about football all the time. So that's when I knew it became kind of real. This opportunity became real because I was just talking to Israel about going to golf about somewhere, and we had to cut those conversations off for a little bit. But yeah.
How's the golf game?
Hopefully you get better out here, you know. So, but no, I'm okay. I can play a little bit.
As a backup quarterback and not knowing if you're going to play on game day, how else or where else can you help the whole process during the week?
Yeah, I think obviously is, you know, with the reps that I do get, you know, in scout team and in the meeting rooms and things of that nature, and obviously preparation going into the week. You know, I think you find in my role throughout my career, I think you find different ways to help not only myself but other guys around me, and you figure that out as the year goes on. And you know, the good things you continue to do, and the bad things you just learn from and get better from.
Considering how much time you spend with the other quarterbacks, and you know you're going to spend with Kyler, how vital is that relationship in the quarterback room once the season starts?
I think it's very important. You know, I think in that room you want allies. You know, I think you want guys that have your back no matter what, and I'm looking forward to that. And I don't see it as any different than what I've been through in my career. And I think the other quarterbacks in those rooms will vouch for me.
What's it like for you personally? Just I mean, third team in 3 years. It's been been kind of have the career that you've had, kind of always going, always moving. What's that like personally?
The moving part's the hardest part, you know, and picking up and having to put my information in for a new Wi-Fi account and all that stuff. That's the hard part. Football and getting along in the locker room and learning a new system. I think that's the easy part for me. You know, that's just what I did when I was a kid. You know, so I think that take care of itself. You know, other than that, you know, it's pretty straightforward.
What's it like to see Jonathan kind of ascend from where you were
Yeah.
in Indy to
No,
where he is?
that's one of the most exciting things. You know, I remember us going back and forth in Indy, practicing Indy and things like that, and you know, obviously, I always saw this trajectory for him, being a head coach and being able to run and show himself. You know, his energy has been contagious since I met him, and you know, I've always been a big fan of JG, and you know, I'm here to help. You know, continue the trajectory that he's put this organization on his last couple years here. So, you know, I'm excited to see his growth.
What was that phone call like with him whenever the free agency period opened up and you actually kind of put pen to paper with that?
Yeah. So, I mean, well, you mean when I?
With JG, what was that phone call like?
Oh, he pretty much just told me buckle up, and like this word, explicit word. It's still going back from when we were in Indy, when we were competing against each other in practice. So, you know, it's good to see that he still remembers those days. And like I said, I'm so excited that he's got his opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Was there a pass too with Monty during your Patriot days?
Yeah, so Monty was there when I was my rookie year. And then I know I left, and I don't know where he went after that, but then he ended up here the last time I called when they reached out to me a couple years back. So it's a lot of familiarity with a lot of people in this building.
Is that strange, or is that just a product of being in the league?
I think it's more so a product of being in the league for as long as I have. It's been a blessing, you know, and being able to I'm going on my 10th year right now, and seeing a lot of the people move around and have those relationships with people that, you know, that you can fall back on and you know, relate to.
What's the key for backup quarterback to stay in the league as long as you have?
Patience. You know, always staying ready when your opportunity comes. I think those are the main two things, and you know, I think just being a good teammate. You know, because in my career, you know, things have changed in 1 day and 10 days, and you just never know. So just being able to be flexible and be able to you know, adapt to a lot of different things.
Thanks, Jacoby.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yep, nice to meet you guys.